Josh, what do you do? What do you do when your symptoms are driving you crazy? I know that level. I know that experience. Sometimes I think I went to India, I don't know, 20 years ago, and when I got there after a few months, I stayed there like a few years. I remember thinking, I was like, if instead, when I was a young kid and a teen, instead of having all this money spent on going to specialists and doctors and neurologists and all these pills and all that, if my parents would have just sent me to like some rustic place, developing country, and I was like around this level of environment for a while, what would have happened? I'd have been much better off. I mean, it's all speculation. Would I have come to a measure of peace and balance, 20 years earlier or 15 years earlier? I think so. Because when you have a sensitive nervous system, bipolar and anxiety and, Tourette's or schizophrenia, man, this external stimuli and stress, that's the real culprit. This is what really makes everything worse. And it sucks in the Western society, the school and the college and the jobs and just the society in general, and the martial law feeling and the news and everything that I felt when I was in America, that just amplifies and perpetuates this neurological disorder that a lot of people have. So, yeah, it would have been a much more holistic, full spectrum medicine if I could have got sent somewhere, and just been out in nature for a few years and just ate from the local farmers and just really good quality food and fresh air, nature all the time, and around people who are more centered in their heart, which is the case for a lot of Asia and South America, or villagers in general. Any small village, they're going to be much more centered in their heart than the average Westerner who's just, they're just mind driven, technological driven environments. See, you don't want to be in those a technological driven environment when you have nervous system disorders and just a spasmy nervous system, if you can help it. Some may be saying, well, hey man, I'm in New York City and I don't know, like I'm here, I'm stuck for now. That's okay. There's ways around that. If the universe or God put you somewhere and you don't see any way out, then there's two things we can do. If these words appeal to you, what I'm sharing about being somewhere like natural for a while, if that resonates, then you start praying about that and you ask the universe, can you somehow manifest this condition for me, this situation for me? I think it would be really good. And your motives are good. You're asking for a very holistic spiritual thing, so why not, And then let the slow wheels of nature create something for you. We don't know. You don't know what kind of situation can happen. Win the lottery. Who knows? There's so many ways, we don't know. At the same time, try to clean your life up as best as you can with your diet. Eat easy to digest foods, because then there's less pressure on your nervous system, so there's less symptoms. The people you talk to, try to make it the highest vibrational company you can. Have some kind of spiritual practice. You can watch my other channel, Spiritual Renaissance, to where you're checking in. You're trying to realize, align your mind, yourself, with this deeper power that's in you. Try to merge with that more. Then there's less symptoms. You'll be more, that fusion will help purify your whole being, your mind, your nervous system, everything. Check the environments that you're playing in or working in, if you are. Is that good for you? Can you do something different? Is there a way that you can go find some kind of nature that's close to you, or some beach or something, and then on your days off or whenever you're able to, can you get there somehow? Can you spend some time there? Let nature work on you. You can, these are practical things we can do. And then there's massage and Reiki and acupuncture, and there's so many therapeutic modalities. Okay, that has its place, but these other things I'm sharing, I feel for me had a stronger impact. And you keep working it like that. When you have deep neurological disorders, this is a lifelong thing. Give up the idea of waiting for the cure and science is gonna find the answer to. They're never gonna find the answers to. How long they've been, like cancer, for example. How long they keep asking for donations and money to fight cancer? Like, haven't they been doing that for like ever? Where's the cure, right? And cancer's not, for me, it's not at all as deep as when you have a neurological disorder. There's been many reports of somebody, they can go on a long extended water fast or a grape juice fast. Get that book, The Grape Cure, and read that if you have some kind of degenerated cell that people like to label as cancer. You can clean the body out and get rid of that. A lot of people have. But when you got a neurological disorder, when you got an imbalance in your mental body, that's another deal. There's no fast or anything that's just going to wipe that out. So that may be something that you have for your duration that you're here. Make peace with that. Accept that. At the same time, totally be open for a miracle or cure. Yeah, I'm not like whatever. But you get to where, see, when you accept it, you don't mind. Number one, the symptoms go down, and number two, it's like, okay, whatever. Everybody has some kind of symptoms about something. It's when they become super debilitating and painful, that's when we have a problem with it. And I'm telling you, a lot of times the psychological mind and the self-talk we have around our disorder or symptoms crank up and amplify the intensity of the symptoms. So this is what this channel's for, to look and see, how am I amplifying and exacerbating these symptoms that I may not be aware of. This isn't about finding a cure or anything. I'm not thinking about that. I'm trying to encourage one to find this serenity inside you regardless of what your health situation is. And the way I go about that is trying to outline a lifestyle. That's one thing, to help reduce your symptoms. And so that's the practical level. Spiritual level, you can see Spiritual Renaissance, my other channel. It really behooves somebody who has neurological disorders to have some kind of spiritual practice that's designed to take them beyond the level of their disorder. Neurological disorders are on the level of the mental body. We have physical body, which is you can say the easiest thing to kind of fix if there was a problem. We have the emotional body, which is our energy body. That's a little deeper, a lot deeper. Then you got the mental body. That's the deepest. And I feel that's where the neurological disorders are housed, in the mental body, which is why a lot of people, you don't get rid of them totally. But at the same time, they can be used as a nice kind of Zen stick because we're so sensitive. So when we're out of alignment, when we're doing things that aren't auspicious for us, talking to people that we don't have no business talking to, being in environments that we don't need to be in, trying to get, hits of dopamine stimulation via certain activities or whatever as a way to escape from this the symptoms of our disorder. When we do that, there'll be some kind of, like light bulb that goes off that says, you shouldn't be doing this. The problem is we don't pay attention to that. We're like slaves to our habits, and we're like, I don't know, I just can't change anything. Make the symptoms go away, God. No, we got to be a little proactive in our recovery. We need some power and some strength. Where do we get that to even make a start? Because there's some people that can't even make a start. Listening to videos like these are good. Good luck finding them. There's just not many. Every video, for the most part, are just doctors and scientific people trying to talk about something they have no experience with. It's too bad. I'm telling you, your diet will give you some power. Eat a bunch of fruits, organic, healthy fruits, juices, vegetable juices or fruit juices, teas, okay? And then eat some nice, good, like vegetarian meals, sweet potatoes and rice and vegetables. Get a rice cooker and just throw it all in there. Why? Why vegetarian? Because it's easier to digest, so then you'll have more energy. Remember, we need energy. When we have energy, then we can start to step over these addictions and habits that are actually keeping us stuck in accentuating these nervous system disorders. So it's like we just got to make a start somewhere. And make your life about that, being free. This is your life, being free. You want to be free. This is the benefit of having a nervous system disorder, is because it's like we got to be free or we're going to suffer. Forget about all the external goals. They're not going to make you happy anyway. I mean, they're there. Like, let life take care of that. You get free inside, and then you'll do whatever you're supposed to do. But don't think some external goal is going to make you happy, because the mind will use that as a way to keep you miserable. Like, oh, I can't even I really want to go be an actor, but I just can't do it. Yeah, good. Yeah, I was an actor, and it's not good. It doesn't make you happy. But if that's your destiny and that flows naturally, then God wants you to be an actor, for example. You can apply that to anything. But don't let the mind trick you into thinking something out here is going to give you the happiness and freedom from your neurological disorder. It's not. Answers inside. Let me know any questions you have. See you.